Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of The Best and Worst of Walt Disney World. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Mr. Sean Falk.
Hi.
And Mr. Steve Porter.
Hello.
And this being our first show of 2018, we thought we would talk about the 5 things that we are looking forward to at Disney World for this year. And we all sat and discussed what we thought, what we were looking forward to. And it was a pretty unanimous list, I think. I don't think anybody came up with anything that nobody else wasn't looking forward to. So even though these are in no particular order, I really want to start with the one I'm most excited about, and that is the opening of Toy Story Land this summer at Disney's Hollywood Studios. First of all, the studios are in desperate need of something new to open. But, this is kind of going to be an extension of Pixar Place. Some cool things rumored or confirmed in some cases to be going in. What is it you're looking forward to, though, Steve, about Toy Story Land?
This is too easy, but the Slinky Dog Dash Coaster is way longer. When I saw the concept model, it's a way longer coaster than I was expecting. When they first released the concept artwork, I was concerned it was going to be more like the Goofy coaster. I'm blanking on the name of it.
Barnstormer.
Barnstormer in the Magic Kingdom. I was a little concerned about that, but yeah, this looks like a pretty long, it's family-friendly coaster, and I'm excited to see how it is.
What about you, Sean?
I don't know if it's coming back, but I'm really weirdly big on Pizza Planet for some reason. Like, I really like it in California, and I don't know. There's not very many places to get pizza at Disney, but really besides, like, Toy Story...
There's even fewer places to get good pizza at Disney.
Right. But really besides Toy Story's area actually opening, I'm more so excited that it will drive crowds there and it'll kind of evenly disperse things out a little bit more. I mean, that's always one of the things, like, as much as people are like, oh, Epcot World Showcase, like, I don't want, new rides to come there kind of thing. When new rides come there, like when the Maelstrom was closed, I mean, that's 45 minutes or 30 minutes worth of human beings in a line that now have to go get in the soaring line or the test track line or whatever. So, I mean, at Hollywood Studios, the people who are going to go to Toy Story Land are not going to be in line at the other attractions.
Right.
So that's a big thing for me.
That's a good point. I also am now wondering when they open Toy Story Land if Pixar, the whole Pixar area will just become the whole Toy Story area, because what's left really that's not Toy Story themed on that street? Is there anything?
Yeah, no, I think
No.
So
No, there isn't.
yeah,
So.
I thought going into it was supposed to be a Pixar thing, like it was going to be more collectively Pixar, but I think it's just Toy Story. Like, I don't know that it's anything besides
no, but
Toy
I mean
Story.
that whole street, like even Toy Story Mania, there's nothing really on that street at all. I don't know.
That's not Toy Story.
Yeah.
So probably, but the other thing we're looking forward to, I'm certainly looking forward to, is the completion of Disney Springs. A lot of new restaurants slated to open this year. What are some of the ones? The Edison?
The Edison's the one I'm most looking forward to. And also coming in at a close second is the Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill. The inside of that place with the concept artwork that's already up at Disney Springs right now. I'm excited to see what they have. I love Wolfgang Puck Express. I wasn't a big fan of the cafe.
No, I was not at all.
But I'm hopeful, and I think that, from just judging by what it looks like it's going to have, I'm excited.
Yeah, for me, it's the road construction. Like, that was the point that I had brought up. As much as I love Disney Springs, what they've done with it, it's beautiful. I'm more excited about the fact that I can drive there and get around the property area without cones and rerouting and traffic delays and all that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, now that area...
it's cleared out, yeah.
Well, I mean, by Disney Springs itself, it's cleared out. But... you just go a little bit further down the road, it's confusing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Especially at night, like, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. I know this area.
Right.
So I agree. I'll be very happy when that whole road is done.
Yeah, and I mean, even the people staying in, if you're staying in a Disney resort, I mean, the buses that you're having to get on, you're going to hit that traffic, you're going to hit the construction, and I mean, when there's only 2 lanes open instead of 5 lanes open, the Disney buses are slow enough as it is. Like, to have to stop and do that is adds way more time getting to Disney Springs from a hotel, so... that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Another one that I'm excited about for a number of reasons is the 20th anniversary of Animal Kingdom, which April of 2018 is when that is. And, you know, that also marks 20 years since I moved down here.
That's pretty cool.
I moved down here in April 1st of 1998. And John was working for Disney at the time. And we got into, I think he was working the press event for the grand opening of Animal Kingdom. And I was able to get invited.
That's cool.
To that, and, you know, met Drew Carey and, you know, so all the celebrities. That was my first real experience being at a press event, a media event for a Disney park, and you're walking around and they're just giving you free drinks and free snacks and everything's free, and like, wow, this is an experience I've never had. You know, fortunately in the, you know, ensuing years I've had many of those experiences, but that was the first time that happened. And so I always, you know, always kind of reminds me, you know, when I think about this, its 20th anniversary reminds me back to that time, moving down here, really getting the site started, the business started. Mm-hmm. But I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited. They usually have like cool buttons or like maybe anniversary maps. Hopefully they'll have something like that. If they had like, you know, a throwback to the first map ever or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They could do something cool, and so I'm excited about that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom was one of those parks. I think because I always started at Disneyland from going to Disney. So I think I came to Disney World the first time when I was like 14 or 15 maybe. And I remember leaving and being like, oh, I liked all the parks. Animal Kingdom was just okay. Like that was the one that I didn't care that much about. But it's really like grown and moved up into something much better than it used to be, and I think that it's actually a legitimate like all-day park now.
Yeah.
It's something that I tell, you know, people that are coming, they're like, oh, what should I do? And I even know a lot of people that are like, oh, we usually skip Animal Kingdom, and I was like, oh, no, don't skip Animal Kingdom. And I usually followed up with skip Hollywood Studios, but they so if you're gonna skip one, like that's what you should skip. But still, I'm like, you know what, like Animal Kingdom's really grown on me. It's really great. So, and I mean, I guess it took 20 years, but still, or whatever, it's so well done, and I'm really happy to see like where they're gonna take it in the future and go with it, and it's a legitimate park and everything.
Agreed.
So.
Agreed. The other thing I'm really looking forward to are the after hours events at Magic Kingdom starting this month, January. And I think they've extended them through
March.
At least through March.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm excited, but I'm kind of surprised they're coming back, because I had thought last year that they were like deeply discounting tickets and everything for this event. So I was surprised. I mean, I'm very happy that it's coming back, but I was kind of surprised that it was.
And for those who aren't familiar, on select nights you can pay to have, I think it's like three or 4 hours after the park closes. Have the Magic Kingdom to yourself, basically. I think they usually limit this to about 5,000 people, which in that park is basically, there's no one there. It is the most amazing experience. You can, #amazing experience. You can basically hit all the attractions with no wait at all, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, things that normally have ridiculous wait times. But there's also just that experience of being in the Magic Kingdom at night with very few people around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will walk in sections of the park where you and your family are the only ones in sight. Like, you can turn around and, you know, you're in front of Peter Pan's Flight and you don't see another family.
And I want to say the prices for it, I don't have them in front of me, but it was like $125.
Yeah, it's about the same as a day ticket, I think.
A little bit more.
We've gotten a couple of emails actually from people asking, like, is it worth it? Are all the rides open? Like, how long is it, or whatever? So, are all the rides open? Do you remember?
Not all the rides, but all the major ones at least. And some of the, maybe the
Carousel Progress isn't open. Well, Stitch's Great Escape isn't even open during the normal hours
but
anymore.
Most of the rides are.
Most of the attractions are. Yeah.
Most of the attractions are. And now we'll see what they do, if they do anything differently. I noticed that, last year some of the retail a lot of retail locations were closed. Not all the food locations were open. So there are certain things that are closed, but This is it's an amazing event. I love doing it, and I highly recommend it. Now again, we'll see if anything changes this year over years past, but I wish they would do this like all the time. I wish this would be year round, not just January, February, March. But it's absolutely a great event, and you also get discounts if you're an annual pass holder or a DVC member. And finally, the other thing we're really looking forward to is more details about what's going to be happening in 2019 and 2020. Of course, you know, the first round of openings for Star Wars Land slated to happen either summer or fall of 2019. And
yeah, Guardians coming up, and Ratatouille, and there's tons of coming up after 2018. But I mean, there's still tons of awesome things like we just talked about for 2018. But it will be fun to find out the small little details from, you know, whenever Disney releases them, to find out, you know, little more concept artwork, or you know, more specific details on, you know, what is the Disneyland, or what is the Star Wars Hotel going to be more about. We don't really have that much information on that. So, yeah, I think this year we'll have a lot of information, you know, leaked by, you know, whether it's leaked by Disney sites or if it's Disney itself that are telling us this information. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming out, and lots of probably cool permits that will be coming out that we'll be able to find out even more information. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, even between that and also between Universal, like we really don't mention it that much or whatever, you know, by comparison to Disney, but they'll have a lot of their stuff coming up, like as they've bought land, and we'll see what they're going to do with it, and we'll see with Disney also, like, are they going to add new pavilions officially into World Showcase? And, you know, those are things that Disney hasn't really hit on this year as far as information goes, but we know. We know, like, they're gonna like it's coming.
Right, stuff's coming.
Yeah,
there'll be more. You know, there's always something new being announced, and new details being revealed about things that we know are already coming. So, always looking forward to that. So there you have it. The things we are looking forward to the most in 2018: Toy Story Land, the completion of Disney Springs, Animal Kingdom's 20th anniversary, the after-hours events at the Magic Kingdom, and more details about 2019 and 2020 happenings with Star Wars Land and Epcot and all sorts of other things. So why don't you tell us what you are looking forward to the most in 2018? Podcast at disunplugged.com. And that will do it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with you again next week with another edition of the best and worst of Walt Disney World. Have a great week, everybody.